This week is going to be a decisive week for Bitcoin. I think Bitcoin can stay above $100,000 this week. And if Bitcoin fails to stay above $100,000 this week, then this is going to be bad news for Bitcoin and crypto. We might see Bitcoin go straight away to around $68,000 or $72,000. So in today's show, I want us to look at where Bitcoin is and where it might be heading towards and what key areas we should be watching throughout the week. Now, guys, we are already here. Like, we have made it all the way where we are right now. Okay, it's simple. It's simple as that. Like, we are in an uptrend. Look at this vector candle here on the weekly time frame, on the daily time frame. This huge green vector candle. This means market makers are on board to push price higher. Okay, and where we are right now is at a resistance level. Of course, guys, this was always going to be a resistance level for Bitcoin. This zone, was always going to be a resistance level for Bitcoin. Now the question is, are we going to see Bitcoin break this zone, stay above this zone this week? Or maybe this candle is going to just, fail and then make its way to the downside, But I think based on the way I look at the market, based on my experience, whenever I see the alpha trend print a buy signal, price most of the time go and visit where the alpha trend first printed the sell signal, and price make higher highs after price get to there. And if price fail to make higher highs, like close above this area, then there's high chances that we are gonna go right down here. So if this move to the upside fails, then we're gonna go straight down here to hit this moving average. This is the 800-day moving average. So we don't want to see Bitcoin do that. Trust me, we don't want to see Bitcoin do that, because if Bitcoin is gonna do something like that, then this is going to mean bad for altcoins. We're going to see our altcoins bleed. We have seen altcoins bleed already. Most of us are already in pain with most of the altcoins that we are holding. Of course, if say you want to survive this current market sessions, then you need to be able to learn how to trade. That's why I encourage you guys to learn how to trade, learn how to do TA. TA is boss. If you understand TA, then you'll be able to understand when market's going to cool down, when to cash out profit, and so on and so forth. And if you want to learn all of this, feel free to contact me through my Telegram community. The links are found below this video. It's a free Telegram community. You can join whenever you want to. The links are found below this video. Now, guys, we are at this level here. It took time for price to break below this level, and now it's going to take some time again for price to break above it. And if price break above it, then it's going to be good news for us. So this is the structure here that we need to see price stay above. If price lose this structure, then guys, it's not going to be good for us. But as I mentioned, based on my experience, whenever price is around this key area, we're going to see some sort of, if say price is not able to close above, but at least we're going to see some stopping volume candle, go towards this area, then maybe it's going to be more of a fake out. We are at a key support zone right now based on previous price action. If we hold this zone for a long time now, you can see we have been holding this area for a long time. How many days? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days. So I think the next thing we should be expecting is the price to move towards that key area. That's why I believe this week is going to be a decisive week for Bitcoin. We're going to decide, Bitcoin going to decide whether Bitcoin want to go and make the next all-time high, or Bitcoin want to stay where it is. But like, I don't know. No one knows. All we do here is speculation based on probability, so that's why you hear me say all what I'm saying. But now, one thing I also want us to look at here is the USDT dominance chart. Now, this chart is what also going to determine whether Bitcoin is going to make its way to the upside or not, and where we are is at a critical zone on the daily time frame. You can see we are above the 200-day moving average, which is always going to be one of those moving averages that price always bounce above, right? When price get there, price is going to always bounce from there. But now we can see that price has been rejecting, the 5-day and the 13-day moving average. And you can see the 15-day and the 13-day moving average have crisscrossed the 50-day moving average, which is bearish for USD dominance, okay? And because of my indicator, I can confirm that we are going to see price go and retest the better moving average. Why? Ever since price break above the better moving average, price has not gone to retest the better moving average. And on every time frame that you see this moving average, it acts as support or resistance. This line above, acts as support, and the one below acts as resistance. If say price is below here, it's going to act as resistance. Now that price is above, this one is going to act as support, and the red line in the middle is the point of control. So price decide from there. You can see this huge move to the upside. Price ended here, this one down here, price ended here. So we're going to expect price to get here at one point to decide whether we're going to see some sort of retracement or pullback from Bitcoin or USDT dominance. So this is what I'm looking at right now with USDT dominance. And now let's look at Bitcoin dominance, because if say we're looking at all of this, we need to also look at where Bitcoin is in terms of dominance. And we see, guys, I've talked about this a couple of times. You can see I've done lots of analysis on different charts. Well, this chart is one of my decisive chart, and this chart is going to determine whether we are going to be in an all season or not. And as we speak, we are at this zone. Remember, I told you guys in my previous video, go and watch my previous videos, about USD dominance. I mentioned that this area, when price was already here around 60%, people were calling for our season. It was here. I mentioned that we can still go up here. Why? Because dominance has already created this zone here, and that already tell us, that maybe Bitcoin dominance want to go right up to this key area, and this zone will not be a key zone for Bitcoin to determine whether it want to go straight away to reclaim these vectors here that I already marked. And this is going to be around 70%, which I think might be the case. Okay, we can see like fake out straight away up there, then we see pullback. I think that might happen, to recover this vector, and from there we are going to be in an official out season. So guys, it's simple. Make sure you look at Bitcoin on the higher time frame. Look at what price is doing and ask yourself whether we are at a key area or not. On the weekly time frame, price is showing bullish signal, and I drew this line here. This line is the end of the bull market. This is when I believe the bull market is going to end. So this is going to be around June. Okay, June, July. So well, we're going to see some sort of movement up there. If we see this movement fails, then maybe price is going to move sideways a little bit. Then from there, boom, to the downside. Of course, it might not happen immediately, but I think this is what is going to happen somehow, someday, soon. I think this might be the end of this movement if say price is not able to go and make higher highs from this time frame. But now let's drop down to the lower time frame to see what we might expect for Bitcoin and today. So let's look at Bitcoin on the 1 hour time frame. Let's just begin with the 4 hours time frame. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, the 4 hours time frame looks bullish. You can see this hammer here, but I think the volume is dying. You can see the trendillo is making its way down, which is not good. You can see with top here, and ever since that's been going down, meaning volume is dropping, and this move maybe is gonna point the trendillo back to the upside. Well, I'm looking at this to mean that maybe short term, we're gonna see Bitcoin maybe go right up to $96,000. If not, then as I mentioned, we're gonna see price, at least. But what I'm also looking at here is something really cool. Why? You can see here we have this moving average, because ever since price was above this moving average, price has not yet kissed this moving average. So I think we can still drop down to 91,000 or 92,000 for Bitcoin. Let's look at the liquidity heat map to confirm this, whether maybe this might be the case. Because like we need to look at where we have liquidity in the market, so that we don't just yeah, you can see, yeah, we have liquidity here. Oh boy, so they can take price to 90K. Okay, and we can see, yeah, they can take us to 90K before maybe take us back there, but looking at this heat map, I think they can take us right up to 96,000. Let's just say right up to 97,000. That might do, or even 99,000, then they're gonna bring us back here at around 90K, So be careful out there if say you are holding some altcoins that's already pumped. If say you want to be in an altcoin right now, look at altcoins that haven't yet pumped, because they are gonna pump regardless of what Bitcoin will do. So research or look for the altcoins that haven't yet done anything. There are many altcoins out there that are still yet to make a huge move to the upside. Let me see if I can bring in a different chart here, to give us some more perspective as to what is going on here. Let's see. Okay, this is the volume profile, and based on this is Ethereum. Yeah, Ethereum can take us right up to, yeah, I think I should get some Ethereum, because where Ethereum is right now, you can see, guys, Ethereum has clearly made us to understand that it want to stay above this zone here. This is a critical support zone for Ethereum. So the next target is going to be the value area high. So I think we're gonna see Ethereum go right up to about 2,000. Yeah, about $2,000. Yeah, or $2,200. Yeah, that's where I think we can see Ethereum go to, And yeah, guys, this is gonna be really awesome. Well, let's get to the chart of Bitcoin. I wanted to see what Bitcoin is gonna do based on this chart. Okay, so based on this, we are already, yeah, you can see, guys, we are already here. So if we are breaking this zone, and we're not able to go straight away to about to stay above $100,000, then we can come back to 90K. So this is what I think is gonna happen, guys. You have to be careful out there. Look, you can see here, the next stop is 90K. And you can see price even go right down to 84K. We have more liquidity here at around 84K, and also 87K and also 88K. Yeah, guys, so just be careful, if you are holding any altcoin that has pumped already. But I want to look at one of my charts here. Let me see if I can get the chart. Let me see, is it the movement show? Let's see. There's a chart here that I always look at. It gives me, okay, yeah, this is a chart. So let's check on Bitcoin. Let's see where we have liquidity here. Let's go straight away to Bitcoin. Let's see on the 1 hour time frame. Let's see, let's zoom out and see where we got liquidity for Bitcoin. Wow, I love this, guys. So you can see, yeah, we are at a critical zone here. You see, guys, if you say you want this indicator, it's free of charge. It's my indicator. It helps you mark this liquidity zone. You can see here the rating zone. There are key areas that price might go to. You can see clearly that we have this around $87,000 and also around this $85,000, and this is in correspondence to what I just what we saw here. You can see here. So this is accurate. It's on your chart. You can get this indicator. It's free of charge. Just go to. Let me just show you how you can get it. Go to indicator tab. Then you search for the BETONG enhanced liquidity zone. So this is the first one, the BETONG enhanced liquidity zone. And mark all of these zones for you. So let's look at this on the 4 hours time frame. Let's see. If say it's gonna correspond to what we saw on the 1 hour time frame. It takes time to load, guys. Okay, yeah, you can see if say we're gonna lose this zone, then we're gonna go straight to around $100,000. If we lose this zone, then we're going straight to that $100,000 or 99. Then after that, it's gonna the next liquidity is gonna be around 106 or 105. But if we lose this area, then we are going straight to about 88, or $87,000. You can see here. You can get this indicator, guys. As I mentioned, it's free of charge. But if we're gonna lose this move, then it's not gonna be good news for Bitcoin. All right, guys. That's it for today's video. Hopefully, you got some value out of it. If you got some value, then make sure you are subscribed to the platform. Thumbs up and share the content with someone else out there. Don't forget that I have a VIP community, and also I can teach you CA. I can teach you one-on-one. So make sure you connect with me through my free Telegram community. Let me know that you want to learn TA, and I'm going to tell you how we're going to proceed from there. Until then, guys, see you in the next video. Bye bye. Ciao.